June 27, 2025. This isn't merely a date you'll circle, it's a convergence point, a destiny meticulously woven into the fabric of time, long before your first breath. Your presence here right now is no accident. It's a precise divine summons. I get it. That word summons can feel like a heavy cloak. Maybe you're looking in the mirror thinking, me, ready, not a chance. Maybe the echoes of past failures are still ringing in your ears, telling you you're not enough. But listen, really listen, you weren't called because you had it all figured out. You were called because there's a unique strength, a vital piece of the puzzle within you that this world is starving for. Every twist and turn, every silent struggle, every painful pruning that was life carving you meticulously. The seasons of being unseen, that wasn't neglect, it was your crucible. While others chased the spotlight, you were being forged. While they sprinted, a divine hand held you back. That very pause was sacred because the mission ahead of you demands an unshakable core, a resilience born in quiet battles, a profound stillness before the symphony begins. And guess what? The stillness is over. There's a sacred rhythm to these things. You might have felt like a footnote in someone else's story, but the universe, the divine, hasn't missed a single beat of your journey. What was buried is now pushing through the soil. What felt like a confusing maze is about to reveal its beautiful pattern. This is the very reason you couldn't just give up, even when every fiber of your being screamed for it. This is why your spirit kept flickering, a defiant flame, when circumstances tried to snuff it out. You weren't designed to shatter, you were designed to soar. And here you stand, not as a casualty of what's been, but as a conduit for what's to come. This is the very dawn your spirit has yearned for. The world is crying out for your authentic eyes. So stand firm, not with ego, but with the quiet power of knowing you belong here. You were summoned, you were sent, and the time is now. Glance back just for a second, not to get stuck there, but to truly absorb the landscape you've traversed. The gales, the isolating quiet, the betrayals that offered no closure. The nights you cried into the void and only silence answered. Those weren't just random wounds. They were lessons in a harsh disguise. They were your training ground. You were being polished, not discarded. And though it might have seemed like your world was crumbling, what was truly happening was a necessary breaking open, a clearing for something far more magnificent to emerge from deep within you. It's so easy to buy into the lie that hardship means you're abandoned or flawed. But in reality, those shadowed valleys were holy ground. They were building your resilience, forging your character, and stripping away every superficial layer that couldn't accompany you to your next chapter. There's a profound reason you didn't get what you thought you needed, right when you thought you needed it. You weren't being overlooked, you were being meticulously prepared. You had to let go of certain connections to find your true north. You had to endure solitude to clearly hear that inner whisper without the world's noise. You had to push against resistance so your conviction could deepen beyond surface level belief. And look at you now, stronger, more discerning, quieter perhaps, but with an unshakable certainty. You now possess something that easy paths can never teach. It had to be forged in the heart of the storm. All this while, you weren't being singled out for pain. You were being readied for a responsibility few are equipped to bear. Don't curse the journey. It was your unique apprenticeship. And now that this intense preparation is drawing to a close, you can step forward with unclouded vision. Understanding this, the very experiences that threaten to crush you have become the bedrock upon which your purpose will stand. A moment arrives when what has been growing in secret must be brought into the light, not just for others, but for other youth. You've carried the weight of so many unanswered questions. Why this feeling of being set apart? Why this persistent sense of not quite fitting in? Why did doors slam shut for you when they seemed to swing wide for others? The answers are now beginning to crystallize. Because when the destined time arrives, the inherent truth of who you are cannot remain hidden. The mist starts to clear, and you begin to perceive with absolute clarity what your soul has intuitively understood all along. You were never meant to be a carbon copy. You were uniquely marked, divinely called, and set aside for a purpose that transcends the mundane. That's why the well-trodden paths felt foreign. That's why you couldn't simply merge with the crowd. Your very essence resonated with a truth that clashed with the superficial narratives. And for a long time, you might have doubted your own worth, failing to recognize that the very things making you feel out of place were the unmistakable indicators of your unique assignment. But now the curtain is being pulled back. The mirages are dissolving. The authentic truth of who you are and the mission you've been entrusted with is surging to the forefront. The world tried its best to label you too intense or not good enough, but the clarity now dawns you are precisely, wonderfully, who you were made to be. And the aspects of you once misunderstood are the very qualities that will guide others toward their own awakening. This is the appointed hour of your unveiling, of confidently inhabiting your true self. What was once kept under wraps is now ready to be declared. So, open your spiritual eyes, anchor your heart, and fully embrace what is being revealed to you. Because once this truth illuminates your path, you can never return to the shadows of unknowing. There is a precise juncture in every soul's journey when the universe declares, it's time. Not when you feel perfectly polished, not when circumstances appear flawless, but when your spirit has weathered the storms, matured through trials, and aligned itself with the profound responsibility of your calling. That juncture is here. Your spiritual elevation has been sanctioned, not by human approval, not by titles or public acclaim, but by the silent, watching realm that has witnessed your unwavering commitment in the quiet places. You didn't clamor for recognition, you chose integrity. You didn't seek easy ways out, you stayed true to your inner compass. And though it came at a cost, though it often felt like you were falling behind, the unseen reality is that you were being lifted to new heights. And now, that season of quiet growth is complete. The energetic shift has occurred, and its tangible effects will soon manifest. The innate authority you now carry, the deep peace that guides your steps, the clarity in your voice, these will no longer go unnoticed. This isn't about self-importance or status. It's about sacred stewardship. With greater influence comes greater accountability, wider impact, and an even stronger divine shield. You are no longer merely surviving. You are operating from a place of divine insight and strategy. The right people, the necessary resources, the unfolding opportunities, they are not coincidences. They are orchestrated alignments. You've transitioned from waiting to actively walking, from hoping to deep knowing. There's no need for lengthy explanations anymore. The results will speak volumes. Your light will naturally reveal what is genuine. Move forward not as one hoping for a chance, but as one already empowered by a force far greater than yourself. Because once your next level is divinely authorized, no earthly circumstance can obstruct it. Now that the call is unmistakably clear and this inner promotion is affirmed, there's zero room for wavering. You must step into unreserved alignment, not partial, not when it's convenient but total. This isn't the moment to second guess that inner knowing or to seek yet another external sign. You've heard it. You've seen the guideposts. You've felt that undeniable stirring deep within. Wholehearted commitment is no longer a suggestion, it's a necessity. And grasp this. True commitment isn't just about doing, it's about being in alignment. It's choosing to act even when discomfort screams. It's speaking your truth even when your voice trembles. It's trusting the journey even when the destination is veiled. It's rising each day with a quiet determination to follow your path, even if no one applauds, even if no one understands. Because your guidance isn't coming from the crowd, it's from a higher directive. You cannot bear the magnificence of this calling if you're still dragging the dead weight of past indecision. The era of almost there is decisively over. The version of you that kept questioning its readiness must now recede. The universe isn't seeking flawless execution, it's seeking your complete surrender to your purpose. Full alignment means you trust each step even when the entire staircase is hidden from view. It means choosing integrity even when it's unpopular. It means trading fleeting comfort for enduring purpose. And yes, this commitment will demand things of you. It might cost you certain relationships, old habits, outdated identities, and the comfortable illusion of control. But what you receive in exchange is immeasurable divine clarity, a peace that defies logic, and a life rich with meaning that can neither be bought nor imitated. You weren't created to play it safe. You were chosen to be a beacon in the shadows. And a beacon doesn't ask for permission to shine. So this is your moment. Stop holding back, stop shrinking, stop trying to bargain with your destiny. You've received enough guidance. You've waited in the wings long enough. Now it is unequivocally time to act. What's unfolding right now isn't just about you, it's a global phenomenon. You can sense it, can't you? A profound shift in the collective consciousness. Old, rigid structures are beginning to crack. Deceptions are being brought to light. People everywhere are stirring, questioning long-held assumptions, yearning for something authentic, something true. This is far more than a fleeting season. It's a widespread spiritual reawakening. And you're not merely an observer, you are an integral part of this. You are a vital component in this divine unfolding. You didn't arrive on this planet by chance. You were specifically sent here for this exact epoch, for a purpose that extends far beyond your individual life. You've been awakened not merely to find your own peace, but to challenge the prevailing darkness with your truth, your love, and your inherent authority. The path you've walked, the pain you've overcome, the wisdom you've distilled, it wasn't solely for your own healing. It was to equip you to uplift others. Your very life story is a guide, a source of light, a signal of hope to those still navigating confusion. And you are not isolated in this. Across the globe, others just like you are rising, the quiet ones, the often misunderstood, the ones who've been working in unseen ways. Individuals who've been through their own fires of refinement and are now stepping forward with clarity, passion, and purpose. This is the emergence of the called, the chosen, the awakened collective. It's no longer defined by status or public platforms. It's defined by authentic impact. It's defined by unwavering alignment. It's defined by knowing who you are and why you were sent. This is a divinely orchestrated convergence. You are perfectly aligned with this cosmic timing. When you speak from your truth, your words carry undeniable weight. When you move with purpose, you shift the very atmosphere around you. When you walk in your authenticity, you inspire others to find the courage to rise as well. That's how true awakening spreads, not by imposition, but by resonant alignment. So, never underestimate the power of your presence. Never diminish the significance of your voice. You are not insignificant. You are not behind schedule. You are not unqualified. You are precisely on time. And your voice in this very moment could be the catalyst that liberates generations to come.